I'm here today with my friend Miss Cookie Johnson. We're here discussing fashion, life, friendship, community, giving, charity, believing, all that good stuff. So come along.
Go on the journey with us.
Go on the journey with us. I love your t-shirt. Tell me what that's about.
Well, I created a jean and a t-shirt for charity. It's called the Truth t-shirt and the Truth jean. And it's a jean that we are going to sell, and part of the proceeds are going to go to the Magic Johnson Foundation to support our HIV and AIDS initiative, and in support of World AIDS Day, which is December 1st. Wow. So people can go online to Zappos, Amazon, they can go to Nordstrom's online and Nordstrom stores to purchase these jeans, and they'll be available late November to purchase the jeans or the t-shirt, and part of the proceeds will go back to HIV and AIDS initiative from the Magic Johnson Foundation.
That's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And then I named the jeans the Truth because to me it's the truth of knowing the truth. When you, for this disease, it's so important to be educated about this disease. And if we're educated about the disease, then you know that you need to get tested. So it's about knowing the truth. And once you get tested, you know your status. Knowing your status and sharing your status with your partner, and your partner sharing their status with you, and then sharing the knowledge that you gain by educating yourself about this disease, because there's so many stigmas out there. It's important to share the knowledge of the disease so that you know how to get the disease, and that you also understand that people can still hug and kiss people without catching anything. And then once you get tested and you share that knowledge with your partner, then you know that you need to act responsibly. And acting responsibly means using prevention, using precautions when you need to, and not just acting on impulse, right, and not taking care of business. And then ultimately the ultimate truth is that this disease is totally preventable if people act responsibly. That's the thing that I think I want most everybody to know, because if people get tested, know their status, so that means they're not going to spread the disease, and take precautions, the disease will stop right there. Right there.
That's wonderful. Okay, so where did you get your inspiration to do CJ by Cookie Johnson?
Well, you know what it was? My inspiration really was me. But not to toot my own horn, but not like in that way. But because I couldn't find a pair of jeans to fit me. And so because I was so frustrated about that, I decided to design a pair of jeans to fit my body type. I've been in one thing that a lot of people don't know is I didn't just jump into this business. I've been in the fashion business for 20-something years, my whole life mostly, because when I went to college, that was what I went to school for, fashion merchandising. And so I have a Bachelor of Science degree in fashion merchandising of clothing and textiles. And then from there, I went to go work at a department store in Toledo, Ohio called the Lion Store, which was part of the Mercantile Group, because I wanted to be a buyer, which is what I went to school for. Right. And then I worked there, for 5 or 6 years, and then I worked my way up to being a buyer, and I bought there for several years before I moved to California and decided that maybe we might try to get married. So I moved out here. And in 2 years later, we did end up getting married. But I moved out here, and I worked actually on the other side of it like this. I worked downtown at the Mart for a junior sportswear company in sales. So I've had experience on both sides of the fence, and just, fashion has just always been a passion of mine. I tell a story about when I was younger, I wanted to be a model when I was like 13 or 14. I think every little girl wanted to, but I was serious. I'm like, Mom, I want a model. So she signed me up for this school called Barbizon Modeling School. Everybody knows that school. It's like funny. But I have to tell you, that school, I did not end up modeling, but it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about fashion, and it taught me that there are other aspects of fashion than just modeling. It also groomed us. They taught us how to walk, how to talk, how to eat, how to sit down at a place setting and eat, and how to do our hair, how to do our eyebrows. This is the first time I ever learned how to pluck my own eyebrows. It's crazy, but it was. And a lot of those things that they taught me, I still carry with me to this day. The way I carry myself, it's that all, and the grooming, it's all from that little modeling school, which is really funny.
That's great. That's great. Okay, if you could pick any celebrity to rock CJ, who would it be?
I would love for Beyonce to rock CJ because Beyonce is known for a woman with with a body. How about that? No wavy body, with a body. And I would love for her to rock those my jeans, Beyonce or Rihanna or even Jennifer Garner. I like her because this jean fits her. I think she has an athletic body. And this jeans is for someone that's very athletic with a muscular thigh, So people like that I would love to see in my jeans.
Wow. Well, I have to just completely change the subject. How was Gucci, the Fashion Week in Italy?
Oh my God.
I saw your pictures. I was like,
you
wow.
Did?
Yes.
Oh, it was a dream come true.
Were you front and center?
Well, we were in the second row.
Wow.
And not too far from Anna Wintour, the editor of Vogue, editor-in-chief of Vogue. It was so fun. It was very exciting. And we were treated very well by Gucci, and second row and dinners, and I was able to meet the designer or the creative director. I was able to meet the creative director and the president, so we had a ball. It
looked like it.
It was like a fairy tale.
So when you have cancer, after you have your surgery and you have your chemo, there's a piece of you that's like, did they get it all? I'm afraid, or all these feelings did they miss something? How long did it take before you realized that, okay, I'm okay, I don't have it, I'm not affected? Did you keep going often, or was it they told me I don't have it and that's a wrap? No, you know what it is? Did I keep getting tested? To this day, I continue to get tested. Not because we're not, practicing prevention, but because to me, getting tested should be a part of your regular physical. Wow. So HIV and testing should be a part of that physical, and so that way it's not like, oh my God, am I worried about my partner? Did my partner go somewhere else? And no, it's not that you're being disloyal to your partner. It's just that you're taking care of yourself and being healthy, and it's all part of your healthy regimen. And people need to think of it that way rather than thinking, oh my God, I gotta take this, HIV test and I don't want to know what the results are. Right. No, it's just like everything else. Do you want to hear that you have diabetes? No. But do you take the test? Yes. Every physical, you take the test. That's right. No one is question. Do you do you guys apply any of the holistic things, like you take special vitamins? Have you changed your diet, or that doesn't really affect it? I think for some people it depends, but we were lucky. We were really blessed that Irvin found out as early as he did. It was very early when he found out. And because of that, he was still pretty healthy. And again, he found out not because he was sick, but because he had to take an insurance test. Wow. He had to take a test because of the insurance that the Lakers had on them. And that's what it showed. Wow. That's how he found out. Had he waited until he was sick and then they finally took a test, it would have been a lot worse on him. He would have been really sick, and he would have been fighting illness as he was fighting, trying to stop the disease. Since he found out early enough, he got on the medication early enough, so he was strong enough to fight the disease. And now, he's still on the medications, but it's what they call undetectable. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, which is why the early medications were so hard on you, because they were almost like a chemo in a sense, because they were so toxic. You know, that it didn't build up your immune system. It almost fought against it, even though you're trying to fight the virus, but it also really like hurt your immune system.
Right.
You know, but nowadays they've come out with much better medication, so it's not, they don't have the side effects that they used to have, you know. So it's much easier to live with them.
I want to thank Miss Cookie Johnson for taking the time to talk to me about the good stuff, and thank you for sharing your wonderful genes. See, they look really good.
CJ by Cookie Johnson.
And thank you